Welcome back. I'm going to show you guys how I make my delicious QuesaBirria tacos. Let's get into the ingredients. Here I have 1 to 2 pounds of roast beef. I like to get mine from Costco's or Sam's. I'm going to place my beef into my Instant Pot and I'm going to sprinkle over my salt, and I'm just going to give this a good mix with my hands, as you can see. And for the remaining ingredients, we're going to need 4 roasted tomatoes, 8 roasted garlic cloves, and 1 roasted large onion. Here I have my guajillo chiles that I've dehydrated in hot water. Now I'm going to add in 2 chipotle peppers, a small piece of ginger, allspice, Ibarra chocolate. I'm going to add in marjoram, Mexican oregano, bay leaves, black pepper, and cumin. Now I'm just going to add in my instant coffee. This is optional. Now I'm going to pour in my apple cider vinegar, and this is going to give your birria the flavor that you need. Now I'm just going to add in my roasted onion and my roasted garlic, and I'm just going to season it with a little bit of salt. Now I'm just going to add water into the blender. All of the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box below. Once we have all of our ingredients inside of our blender, I'm just going to close it off and I'm just going to set it to blend until it's nice and smooth. If you guys don't have a super powerful blender, then you're going to need to strain your mixture over your meat. If you guys are interested in the blender and the Instant Pot, it is on my storefront, which is listed on my profile on my YouTube page. Now I'm going to add half of the mixture over the meat, and I'm going to blend the tomatoes until it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to pour the remaining sauce on top of the meat. I'm going to add 1 bay leaf, and I'm going to set this to pressure cook for 1 hour and 30 minutes. While that's cooking, I am going to chop up my toppings. Here I have some radishes. I'm just going to slice them just like this. I'm just going to place my radishes into my bowl. Now I'm just going to chop up a large bunch of cilantro, and you want to chop it really finely, as you can see here. And I'm also going to add this into my glass bowl. Now I'm just going to smallly dice my onions. As you can see here, you want to chop your onions or dice your onions small for your tacos in your consomme. And this is everything chopped up. I'm just going to set it to the side and check on our birria. So here is our birria. As you can see, the oil has formed on top, and that is what we want for our birria. I'm going to add in the chicken bouillon, and I'm going to give that a good mix. And here's a little tip: you want to chop your roast into small pieces so that it cooks faster, especially if you're in a rush. I'm just going to transfer my birria meat into my glass bowl. If you guys are interested in any of the products that I've used, I will list my storefront down below. Here's the meat, all shredded. It smells super delicious and it has so much flavor. Now to my large cast iron skillet, I'm going to pour in some oil, and I'm going to be using corn tortillas. I'm going to dip my corn tortilla on top of the oil. You need your oil, so do not cut the fat off of your beef. So once I add the oil onto my tortilla, I'm just going to do it again to my next tortilla. And I'm just going to lay it in the cast iron skillet. And you want your heat to be hot, but not to a point where it's burning. Once it cooks on one side for about a minute, you're going to flip it to the other side, and I'm going to let the other side cook, and I'm going to add on the meat. I'm going to top it with our cilantro and our onions, along with my favorite cheese, which is the Mexican melting cheese. I get it from my local Mexican store, or you can use your favorite Mexican cheese. I'm going to go in with a little bit of consomme, add it into the taco. Here I have my chile oil, and I'm going to pour some of this into our tacos, and this chile oil is so delicious. And I'm going to flip the taco once it's nice and crispy on that side. And I'm just going to flip it and let it continue cooking because we want the cheese to melt just like this. This looks super delicious. I'm just going to flip it to the other side, and you want your taco to be really crispy because you're going to dip it in the consomme. So I'm just going to flip it to the other side and then let it continue cooking. At this point, you can see the cheese is almost done melting. I'm just going to keep an eye on my taco and flip them around. As you can see, the cheese is melted, so I'm just going to remove my quesabirria taco and I'm going to place it onto my platter. These quesabirria tacos are perfect for a party. These are so delicious, cheesy, and meaty. These tacos taste as good as they look. Now I'm just going to continue with the remaining tortillas and meat. I'm going to do the same thing. I just added my meat, my onion, cilantro, my cheese, consomme. I'm going to add over some chili oil. Once one side of the tortilla gets nice and crispy, I'm going to flip it over and we're just going to allow the cheese to melt inside of the taco. Now I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the first batch. I'm just going to flip it over to the other side and we're going to allow the cheese to melt. Once the tacos are done, I'm just going to transfer them from the pot onto my platter, and this is how it looks. The cheese has melted beautifully and these quesabirria tacos are smelling so delicious. I'm going to transfer my last taco and cook the remaining, and this is how my quesabirria tacos came out. They look super delicious and smell and taste super delicious. Now I'm going to garnish with some cilantro and I'm going to pour some consomme and I'm going to add our toppings. And to enhance the flavor even more, we're going to squeeze in our lime. Like I said, these quesabirria tacos are perfect for a party or an event. I like to eat my quesabirria tacos with radishes, limes, and I serve it with frijoles and Mexican rice. These quesabirria tacos came out so delicious and flavorful. If you guys try this recipe, make sure you tag me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Adios.